Mic check. Born in a small town called Nome, Texas. Rice farms, chicken farms, and rodeoing, and just playing in the park. Obviously, still have a lot of family there, and most of my roots are from there. And happy to be born and raised from Nome, Texas. It was very entertaining. Spent a lot of time actually playing sports. Started football as the school year started. Then you went to basketball, then baseball, and I participated in tennis a little later in life. But most of my childhood was participating in sports and traveling around the great state of Texas, just depending on what season it was. So. Didn't have much free time to play on the Atari, which probably you're not familiar with, and the Super Nintendo back in my day. Favorite sport was basketball. I've just been around basketball really since probably day 2 of me coming out of the womb. My aunt Nancy Heber and cousin Nikki Fontenot grew up around basketball. I was always around them, and so pretty much I had a ball in my hand. And so my cousin Nikki actually coached me from 3 years old until I got into high school. She's still my mentor in coaching, even though she's, not actually an official coach. But I've learned a lot of things from her and her mom and the people that have coached me after her, and very proud to be representing them all. Just had a passion for being around sports. Believe it or not, baseball, I think probably was my best sport, but basketball was my first love. And you say growing up from basically since I can crawl, I've had a basketball in my hand, and I was never the most athletic guy or the quickest guy or the tallest guy, but I was more of a cerebral player, kind of saw things happening before they happened, and knowing them to be in the right position, plays, this, that, and the other. And so just always had a knack for kind of knowing those things, and as a coach, that's a big positive for you. And I always wanted to stay around the game, even though my playing days are over. And so, what better way to be around and talk about the game that I love and strategize and be able to help young men to understand it a little better and better their lives. I do. I have a wife of a little over 2 years and 2 stepkids. Eli's 12 and Mary's 9. And my life is, or I should say, they are my life. Obviously, when I'm not here with you guys and grinding it away, I'm with them, whether it's basketball or band or ballet or tap or jazz or lacrosse, and love them to death, and very proud to be able to be a part of their lives.
Kenyon and I actually went to high school together, and he played basketball, of course, and we had kind of the same friend group, but we never hung out in high school. And so it wasn't until I think 2014 that we reconnected on Facebook, and he didn't even have a Facebook, but we just started seeing each other then, and here we are. He is very sweet.
Sometimes serious.
He comes across as very tough, but he's not.
Yeah,
not at home.
Not at home.
Mary called him like
He's a burnt marshmallow.
No. A burnt, hard marshmallow. That's what she calls him. Because he is like a big teddy bear to us. And as a husband, he's a great, he always makes us and me feel safe and protected.
I would say I'm waited a long time to start a family, which, you know, I got married when I was 38. But they've changed my life dramatically. You know, when it's just you can kind of come and go and sleep in and sleep late and hang out on the recliner and watch college football or college basketball, whatever it may be. But now it's, you know, they're my alarm clock. My kids wake me up early. You know, they don't care if I went to bed at 2 a.m. or 8 p.m., you know. When they're ready for me to get up, they know.
If I say somebody did something to me, like
He's gonna handle it.
yeah, he's like, well, like somebody broke my binder. He was like, well, tell them to buy you a new tell them to buy you a new binder, and that's from a 6'4" guy.
But he's also pretty tough on y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants things to be this much perfect.
Pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, he wants you guys to do it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wants us to do it right
the first time.
the first time.
Always bring it up to you guys about you can't cheat it, and I love the saying because it represents more than just basketball. It represents life. It represents every single day of what you do and who you are. And so I talk to my kids about it, and you know, as they continue to get older, they continue to understand about what it means to be the man of the house, a father, a dad, you know, what work ethic is. And the biggest thing for me is, you know, I talk to my daughter about money doesn't grow on trees. And so she laughs about it because sometimes she tries to go outside and look at the trees and hopefully one day see a money tree. But just for them to understand that it's important to have a great work ethic, it's important to get in there early, it's important to stay there late. You know, it's important to put in extra time, whether it's film or studying for homework or studying for a quiz or studying your spelling words. And that's going to help you get better and have a better understanding. And I think it holds true to whatever you're doing in life. You just can't cheat it.
When we were growing up, like everybody from where we're from just holds him in very high regard because he does, and he's really good he maintains relationships with people. Building relationships is really important to him, and I know that one of the things, like he's not hard on the kids. He does have high expectations for them to do things the right way and I think he's probably the same way with you guys because he wants to make sure that you grow up to be good